The battle for smartphone supremacy rages into another critical generation. As consumers switch from tiny tactile phones to touchscreen powerhouses, the market continues to explode. But the saturation point is looming. Every kingdom knows that the battles they win today will establish their brand for the long years to come in this mobile war. Lose now and they could surrender their very existence. Projections suggest 1 billion phones will be sold this year, and a small but significant percentage of those will be on a single device, the iPhone 5. While Android may be a far more ubiquitous form of technology, the iPhone is a far more recognisable brand to almost anyone in a developed world. It may be smaller, weaker and less sophisticated when compared to its adversaries, but it is crisp, clean, approachable and unmistakable. And there is no fragmentation of their assets. Apple control the hardware, software and direction of their product. They are kings of their own destiny, which so far has been a very successful and profitable one. If they continue to drip feed just enough advancement in the brand as they have done in the last 5 years, there is no reason to believe that Apple and its iPhone will not continue to have a major influence on the smartphone market. While the iPhone may be a titan of the smartphone market, it is but a single device. The Google-powered Android operating system is used by 70% of today's smartphones, and the current flagship device is made by a company Apple continue to do battle with, not only in the theatre of retail, but the courts of law. The Samsung Galaxy S4 is a colossus. With an astonishingly rich 5-inch display, it blurs the lines between tablets and smartphones. It possesses technology so advanced you no longer need to even touch your device to use it. Whether some of this technology is necessary is debatable, but when it comes to pedigree, if the iPhone does have a direct Android rival, Samsung's Galaxy range of phones runs them close. But with Android comes choice, and there are literally thousands of phones to choose from. While Samsung's Galaxy S4 might have the biggest profile, many consider the best Android phone to be the HTC One. HTC's recent decline has been as swift as their rise to power during the birth of the touchscreen market. Sales of their products have plummeted, and the forecasts bear grim reading. Despite all this, the HTC One represents pure smartphone synergy. It is a premium-built product that delivers a content-rich user experience. The phone has coveted numerous industry awards. It seems to be the critics' choice, but those voices are only so loud. The Apple and Samsung juggernauts can easily silence the pretender to the smartphone crown. The list of Android phones is almost endless, and each must distinguish itself as best it can from everyone else. Sony, another electrical conglomerate, has done exactly that with its latest smartphone, the Xperia Z. Its glossy exterior combines with durability in the form of water resistance. That, and its other connectivity with Sony products, helps define its uniqueness. Whether it be a niche end of a market or the best in its class, each phone must have some identifiable association it can shout the loudest about. BlackBerry once had exactly that with its BBM service that appealed to the business market. But in the last 3 years, the rapid speed of the sector has obliterated BlackBerry's perceived strength. Their market share is a mere fifth of what it once was. After interminable delays, they have finally released their new phones, the Q and Z10. But with one phone that looks like a throwback to a bygone era with a tactile keyboard and a severely wounded reputation, our BlackBerry now marooned and surrounded by much larger adversaries. The same story may apply to Nokia. A decade ago they were the unrivaled, unquestioned giant of the mobile phone market. But with the advent of iOS and Android, their Symbian operating system was literally blitzkrieged out of the market. Now the Finnish company is attempting to reinvent themselves with Microsoft-powered Windows phones. Just like the tablet market, Microsoft is late to the party, but not too late. Its deployment across the smartphone market is growing, slowly, and Nokia phones are renowned for their photographic quality and their cheaper price bracket than many of the other devices already mentioned here. What else could this all be but a game of phones? The battle lines have been drawn. This winter, a technological conflict will determine the fate of the tablet market, and each kingdom will draw from all of its resources in an effort to take the initiative on the device that is fast replacing the common computer. This is total war. And this battle may not be determined by who has the best product. The question now is, can the current king be slain? Apple created the modern tablet market, and they did so with a single product, the iPad. It is a colossus of form, function, beauty, and brand appeal. The fourth incarnation boasts a Retina display and more dedicated applications than any other tablet. For nearly a year, Apple had no other equal in the tablet market. And even now, with rampant competition, most still opt for an iPad. But now the market has evolved and fractured into two distinct camps. The 10-inch tablet that Apple unquestionably dominates, and the 7-inch tablet that Apple is now entering not as a leader but as a challenger. The iPad mini is exactly that, a smaller iPad, nothing more and nothing less. And there they will find two companies united by language but fierce rivals in economics. Amazon's Kindle device has evolved from a digital inkbook reader into a fully fledged multimedia tablet. And although the Kindle may be a chameleon of the Android operating system, its strength lies within its content. Its catalogues of films, media and books draws from the largest online retailer in the world. Of all the tablets available now, the Kindle Fire comes out of the box with the most to offer you immediately. What Apple and Amazon share is a regimented army, a doctrine of control. Its supporters are safe, but must follow what their tablets tell them they can and cannot do. The Nexus, however, represents this war's rebellion, the freedom fighter campaigning for a pure, uncorrupted experience that you, the user, can shape. The Nexus 7 runs Android, just like the Kindle Fire, but it gives you a blank canvas to do with as you please. It has been lauded as a defining 7-inch tablet of this generation. It is more powerful and significantly cheaper than the iPad mini, as is the Kindle. Can either one of these tablets halt Apple's 7-inch tablet invasion? If Google can repel this attack, they even have eyes for the 10-inch market too. They have a pincer weapon to counterattack into Apple's home territory. The Nexus 10 boasts an even higher resolution screen than the large iPad, and the hardware manufacturer behind this tablet is a company Apple almost seem to fear at the moment, Samsung. Their war extends beyond technology and into the courts of law. There is one final twist to this battle, however. Up until now we have heard nothing from the old Imperial Empire, but they are not quite ready to roll quietly into the night. A huge battle tank is rolling over the horizon in the shape of Microsoft and their Surface RT. It carries with it the weight of Windows expectation and the hope that a tablet with serious productivity credentials can finally be realised. The Surface RT may not be a fully fledged tablet laptop, that's a reserve army Microsoft are saving for next year when they release a Pro, but this first Windows tablet does include a detachable keyboard, a USB port and Microsoft Office. If businesses and education institutions embrace this tablet and developers come on board and make apps, Microsoft will carve out at least a niche area of land. These are the companies. This is a game of tablets.